Welcome everybody, the TelemonianDan here with what I hope to be the first episode in a brand new series on my channel. Today we're going to be playing some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Now, I like this game. I've been playing this game for a while, basically ever since it came out in early access build, and well, I figured I'd give it a shot and try my hand at making videos for it. So here we go. Hopefully we're going to have some fun. I have just started a brand new campaign, Italian Empire, January 1920. Now, Italy's a fun one. They get some really good hulls, they get some really good gun models, some of my personal favorites, but what they don't have is a good economy. And we don't have a large overseas empire either, so I don't have to cover that. But we do need to basically maintain control of the Mediterranean, turn it back into Mare Nostrum, rehabilitate the old Roman Sea that is now the Mediterranean. Of course, to that end, we got some folks over here, the Austro-Hungarians, who, let's see what they think about us. Oh, wrong one. Politics. They don't hate us. Yeah, nobody hates us. Well, Russia doesn't like us. Or is that China? Yeah, Russia doesn't like us. I'm not sure why, though. Or no, wait, that's Austria-Hungary. Duh. We actually like Austria-Hungary. Yeah, we get along great with everybody else. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Of course, our economy, not exactly the best. First things first, max out the tech budget. When you're starting a new campaign, I know some folks like to leave the tech tree, tech specializations unmarked. Me, hands down, tech budget all the way. Because that's really how you're going to get ahead in this game. That and transport capacity. Crew training, put it at 50%. It's peacetime right now. We've got enough crew. We shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's see what kind of ship designs we've got. I have enabled shared design, so if we come across any ships that I have designed previously for other AI nations, I will make sure to mention those. Hopefully I should be able to recognize them. I've got a pretty good standard design philosophy that I tend to use when I'm going for more traditional style of ships. Then again, you don't always have to go traditional when it comes to designing ships in UAD. Yeah, most of the time it works better to do it a standard, balanced, traditional layout. You know, standard here, just for as an example. Something along the lines of that. ABX dual 14s. Something along those lines. However, this campaign is not going to be doing that. We might have a few conventional designs here and there, but by and large, we are going to have a lot of fun just fiddling around, making some silly stuff, and making it work. That's the fun part, trying to use these crazy designs and get them to work. All right, for destroyers, first off, actually, hold on, go back. Before we get started designing ships, I want to look at the tech, because tech is randomized. So let's see what we've got. Game's a little bit slow. And again, it always is. Research. What have we got? What have we here? New cruiser designs. Hey, we get modern. Oh, yeah, definitely. Prioritize that, please. Destroyer designs. 2,400 ton destroyer and modern standard destroyer. What do we get for... Yeah, modern battleship 2. We have modern battleship 1 already. We do not. So this is a straight jump to modern battleship 2. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely prioritize that. Hull construction. Minus 15% ship flaws. Definitely prioritize that as well. I get 3 priorities. Boilers. Full oil 2. 5 months. Double geared steam turbines. 46 months. Ugh, I may have to take the priority off of cruiser design and put it on the engines, because we want good engines. We need good engines to be able to keep up with enemy ships and to make our ship lighter. This actually looks fairly good. We'll have all of these techs, and they're basically all important. We'll have them all within less than a year. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. I'm not going to use my other priorities. I know. I just said put your tech priorities in straight off the get-go. But given what we have, given the spread of techs, these are all really beneficial techs. So, instead of starting out with a high-quality fleet, what we're going to do, well, the only thing we can do, start out with a bunch of old ships and plan for a large building frenzy as soon as we get the technology that we need. All right, destroyer. Giuseppe della Massa. Or Giuseppe la Massa? I'm afraid my Italian is basically non-existent. I studied Spanish in high school, so when it comes to Spanish pronunciations, I'm pretty good. Well, I say pretty good. As someone from an English-speaking country who took 3 years of Spanish in high school and hasn't used it practically since then, relative. It's all relative. But we're going to have some fun. Now, these destroyers, and honestly, I think most destroyers are this way. There's a really cool design that I came up with just fiddling around. There's some folks on Discord that call themselves the Meme. Capital letters M-E-M-E. It's from a French campaign or something, I want to say. Ministry of Extraordinary something or other. Crazy designs, basically. And they advocate for that. So what we're going to do something similar that I had come up with basically for that meme channel. These destroyers are terrible. I hate these hulls with a passion. Because here's the thing. You want to put that funnel right here, close to the front, right? But then you actually look at this space in front of them, and I mean, you can put a barbette there. But as soon as you try to put guns of any kind of size, they barely fit, and they look really, really weird and out of place. So instead, what we're going to do, it also makes it hard to balance, because then you're trying to put the funnels, and typically you want to position the funnels as close, funnels, as close as possible to the center of the ship. Because over here you can see the engine spaces, and that's where a lot of the weight comes out, and destroyers are notoriously tricky to balance. First off, let's check this. Maximum speed is 36.5 knots. We're going to do 36.5 knots. It wouldn't be Italian if we weren't going for the speed. So what we're going to do, take these cool little tall barbettes for very small secondaries. And put, well, oh man, they won't let me put two. Come on. I wonder if it let me do that without. No. Ooh, actually, spin it around. That works. That's the cool thing about this game. Once you know how the game engine works, you can usually cheese it pretty well. Doesn't fit? Try rotating it. There you go. Now, I'm a bit of a weirdo. I really like 3-inch guns. Most folks do not want 3-inch guns on their destroyers. In general, that's a little bit too small. Historically, most destroyers, at least by the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and so on, tended to focus somewhere around the 4 to 5-inch range. Some larger, some shorter, some longer, shorter barrels. I really like the 3-inch gun. In UAD, without having to worry about aircraft, it's purely a surface ship, an anti-surface ship weapon. And for a destroyer, that's ideal. I can basically focus my entire destroyer around dealing with enemy capital ships by putting some torpedo tubes up here. Take a look at that. Doesn't that look crazy? No, that's good. That's good. Now, the only downside with this style of design, I can put a dual barbette on the back. Stick a few of these up here. Oh, a big downside with design is it usually has pretty terrible pitch and roll. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the beam as much as possible. I love that they changed that so that now when you adjust the displacement, it goes to what you set it at, regardless of what the beam is. Huge change. Really helpful. It didn't used to do that. But, yeah, so now you can see our pitch and roll is still pretty bad. And there's not going to be much that I can do about that. Having these barbettes on the center line, having this barbette on the center line for that matter, and having more than, say, 3, maybe 4 gun turrets is just a little bit too much for the hulls of this time period. They're not designed for that. So I think what we're going to do, let's see, pull this back as far as it'll go. Can this go back any further? It can. In that case, we're going to do that. Pull this back a little bit more. And yes, I know I have an aft weight offset, but there's a reason, there's a method to my madness. Actually, we could fit a whole second funnel in here. What happens if we go 2 funnels? 169. Geared turbines. What's the smoke interference? Hey! Perfect. Yeah, we're going 2 funnels. And what that allows us to do is it pushes the aft weight offset back a little bit. But if we move the funnel closer to the center line, or the center of the ship, the midpoint, we can pull this whole aft gun battery basically back closer to the center as well. Let's see here. Offset. No, come back. Come back. There we go. Nope. No. There we are. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Now, I actually really like the look of this. It looks good. It looks good. Now, granted, I have not even started touching with anything else yet. Auxiliary diesel engines, shaft tube, electro-hydro, balanced rudders, Krupp armor, 2.5% ship flaws. We can deal with that. Standard bulkheads, triple bottom. No, we're not going to go triple bottom. We are doing double bottom at the most. No radar, so we need the RDF. Hey, we get stereoscopic rangefinders, which are almost always better in every respect. Hydrophones, depth charges, no mines. Let's go for a mine sweeping hit. 21-inch torpedoes. Wow. You get 21-inch torpedoes on here? In 1920? That's nice. That's not always a tech that's unlocked. Electro-hydro. Let's go for plus 5% ship flaws for semi-auto. Let's see what's our rate of fire if we go for something like picric acid, tube powder. Well, no, don't go picric acid. TNT for the hull weight. Let's go TNT cordite 2. Heavy shells. Just set this to mid-range so that we can take a look at the penetration values. Now, 4.7 second reload. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need semi-auto loaders. We might want to increase the gun caliber. Let's try... Oh, no. Nope. Absolutely not. Actually, oh yeah, these don't fit, do they? Oh no. We might have to go to twin launchers up front. Do these rotate? They do rotate. Good. Let's see if we can get a pair here too. Stick it amidships. Oh boy, that's way over top. Let's go down to reduced torpedo ammo. Yeah, I like that. And then roll back up. Where can we lose some weight? Many bulkheads? Yeah, we could do that. Let's see if we lose half a knot of speed. Increases our range to a decent amount. Don't need to... Happens now. I know we're Mediterranean power. Keep that in mind. Dan, you don't need your range. I like my range. It really does determine what sort of combat encounters you're going to get with your warships. But since we are a Mediterranean power, I think that's going to be enough. Max out the belt. Max out the deck. Now can we get 0.5? And get 3.5s. Increase the length. 3.5 30s. Reload time 7.6 seconds. Pen values. We're probably going to want semi-ballistic. No. Let's go for standard armor piercing. That way, at 5,000 meters, we can pen 2.3 inches of armor. Max the destroyer is going to have is 1.5. Yeah, armor quality plus 120% from prop 4. No, I think we're going to have to go capped ballistic. Armor piercing capped. Yes, there we go. It's close. It's close. As long as I'd like about 3 inches or so of belt pen on 5,000 meter range. In general, that tends to be a little bit better, I've found. Now, for the HE shells, though, let's see. We go with common point ballistic capped CPVC. No, it's not gonna get our high explosive shells to make any kind of reasonable penetration. So instead, we're going to go for high cap, just for the increased damage, increased fire chance. Do we want to go cordite? I mean, that accuracy, minus 2.5% gun base accuracy, plus 2. That's a 4.5% gun accuracy difference. And the increased penetration. It's too standard. It's too standard. We gotta go crazy. Let's go cordite. Hold on, what's our flash fire chance? Yeah, we're good on flash fire chance. Half inch on the 4.5 belts. Half inch on the 4.5 decks. And we put a superstructure armor. Conning tower armor. There we go. And of course, the guns cannot have any kind of armor whatsoever. But having added that armor really does make a difference. It really helps with the pitch and roll. Or does it? Is it only the main? Yeah, it's the main belt that really helps with the pitch and roll. Okay. I max armor this? Can we make a floating brick? An unconventional floating brick? Yeah. Why not? Unconventional floating brick. Yeah. Do have a bit of an 4-weight offset, so I'm going to push this back ever so slightly. Okay. No. There we go. 2,200. Perfect. Yeah, push this back just a little bit. Push that back just a little bit. Torpedoes got decent rates of arcs of fire. 4 tubes on each side. Broadside of 4 torpedoes, including forward. Yeah, I like this. This is. Yeah, I like this. This is doable. Giuseppe La Massa? Sure. Let's go with Giuseppe La Massa. Perfect. There we go. Next up. Light cruiser. No. Light cruiser 3. Also no. Light cruiser 4. Scaled up version of no. Scout cruiser. Here we go. These scout cruisers, I know they're weird hulls to work with, but I've found that you can actually get these to work long term, as long as you have enough spare displacement for refits. So I like to build these with a decent amount of, well, spare displacement, so that way you can refit it. Let's see, what kind of guns do we have? Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3. It's all Mark 3s. In this case, I'm going to do something a little bit, again, unorthodox, unconventional. We're going to go 5-inch guns, but we're not going to go standard 5-inch guns. We are going to go 5.9 inch. Now, there's a reason, again, method to my madness. I like the 5-inch gun turrets. These are some of my favorite gun turret models in the game. For secondary guns for large ships and primary guns for small ships. I just think they look really good. Not to mention, going with 5.9s does save us some weight over 6-inch and 7-inch. At least it should. So between those two, we should have enough spare displacement to be able to upgrade it later on. Funnel, funnel. Whoa. Way too much funnel capacity. Or wait, hold on. Let me double check the speed. Double check the speed, Dan. 30 knots. 30 knots. Funnel capacity, engine efficiency. Yeah, we can get away with 2 small funnels. Again, that gives us plenty of engine efficiency, and it gives us the redundancy. So if we need to, if we get better engines, say geared steam turbines 2, we can get rid of these smaller funnels and replace it with 1 funnel. If we have that spare kind of displacement, if you will. Now, dual barbette. Dual barbette? Dual barbette. Yes. Couple dual barbettes. Super duper firing. Fore and aft. 5.9s. Honestly, I think this is a very solid armament. For a ship like this, its primary purpose, we're going to use it as an escort, of course. 30 knots, even if we can't upgrade that speed, it's going to still be a relatively effective close-in escort for capital ships. I mean, going all the way up, once you get modern battleships and things running around at 30 knots, this thing can keep up. What it can also do is make a very good commerce raider. British or French convoys sneaking through the Med. This thing can do is just basically hunt them down. Outrun any kind of escorts they have, or outshoot them. This is going to be murderous against destroyers. Now, one of the downsides with it cranking up the gun barrel size to 5.9s, what's the rate of fire? Let's check this real quick. Fire. We'll go same setup. Alright, I like to get my shell type set up first before we look at rate of fire. 18.4. 5.9s. I mean, there's a lot of barrels on here. You're talking a broadside of 12 guns. What do we want to do? You can either decrease the length, make them 40 inch, or 40 caliber, excuse me. 18.9. What if we crank it up? 45. 21.8. No. I'm going to go back to 40 inch guns, or 40 caliber. Keep messing that up. Again, RDF, coincidence, hydrophones. Wow, I'm back. There we go. 21 inch torpedoes. What happens if we go light shells? What kind of pens do we get? For these, we're not going to be using them against enemy cruisers. That's not their purpose. So I think we can get away with semi-ballistic. Heavy semi-ballistic. That way, if you look at our pen at 5,000 meters, as you can see, we've got 3 inches right there. That's exactly what I wanted. For the high explosive, we can do almost wanna. No. Keep going high capacity. It's better. More damage. I mean, we're not going to penetrate their armor anyway with our high explosive shells. That's not what they're for. Barbette 3. This one I think we can actually get triple bottom hull on, because if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, this hull has a lot of spare displacement. You can fit a lot on this. I mean, it's what? That's a 10,000 ton light cruiser. It's a treaty cruiser basically. I like the beam. The beam really helps. Can we increase the speed at all? Make it 32? Yeah, we can do that. And then armor, let's try a 4-2-2 scheme. Oh boy, we can really ramp that armor up. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Dan, you silly. Dan, all you have are your main guns on here. Put some secondaries on it. I know, I know. Bet you all have been yelling at the screen, haven't you? That's one of the cool things about this ship, this hull specifically. Oops. Hide the hull back there. Well, it does have these weird cutouts for the boats, and the boats sadly are not movable. What you can do, you can fit usually 3-inch guns between them. So that'll provide a decent enough little secondary battery. That there. Yeah, that's about what it was before too. That back. Well, this folks are in. No, 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 no. Get mad at me. Pull this back. Far back do I have to pull this front turret to make it balance? There? Oh, this'll actually provide a decent platform for upgrading later. Very compact superstructure. Very compact superstructure. And this is also perfectly balanced. There we go. As all things should be. 5.9s. Let's see, we can fit 5 inches of armor on there. Can we fit 5 inches on the barbette? No, 3. Go 3 on the barbette, 3 on top, 5 on the face. We can go for a 6-4 layout. Ooh, impressive. 2 inches on the conning tower. Go 3 on the inner belt. 2 on the second inner belt. Inner deck. Go 2 and 1. 97%. We've still got 3% weight. Huh. Not 300 tons we can fit on this. Not increasing that range. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. No. Oh, okay. That extra half knot is not doable. Good to know. 32 knots. Drop it back down. And honestly, I think this is going to be pretty decent. Just for consistency's sake, let's make these 3.5s. Yes, I'm going to have to move this to make more space for it. There we go. And make these guns happy again. Fit a pair up here. And fit a pair back here. Can I fit a pair back here? I don't think I can. There we go. More weight offset again. Yeah. That will do. That'll do. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. I like it. I like it. She's good. She's good. San Giorgio. Oh. Duh. Literal facepalm moment. Dan. You forgot the rear tower. I will have you know, this is the first time I have completely forgotten to add a rear tower since I first bought the game. Yeah, hear all these people talk about, oh, streamer brain this, and don't do maths on camera. Here I am, doing unintentional maths on camera. Without even meaning to. That's a thing. That's a thing, alright. What the crazy thing is? Craziest part? I honestly thought I'd be immune from that. Because I'm a tour guide by trade. That's what I do. I work at a historical site giving guided tours. So I thought, oh yeah, sure. Dan, he can do this. I know what I'm doing. I'm decent at giving a tour. I can talk for, I mean, depending on the topic, I could talk for an hour nonstop. And most of the time, I'm pretty good at keeping my facts straight in my head. Um, yeah, it's the first time I've had a mess up like that. Well, if we can't fit, I don't know if we can fit the 3.5s. So what I might do instead, secondary guns, might do just 2-inch. Because those 3.5s are having a hard time fitting. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do some 2-inch. Are the 2-inch bigger than the 3-inch? Those 2-inch are bigger than the 3-inch. Huh. Look at size-wise. Yeah, that 3-inch gun turret is smaller than the 2-inch gun model. So in that case, we are not going to go with 2-inch. Fit you? Can I fit you? No. Oh boy. Let's see here. There we go. Apologies, my computer's slowing down a little bit. I've got a good computer. I have a good computer, but for some reason there's some weird bug with UAD, Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, that for some reason when you're placing components on a ship, it really acts up. Game gets real framey, it's real slow. I might have to drop the range to make it work. No, I can keep the range. What if I increase the draft? Does that help or hinder? Doesn't do much of anything. What if I do that and increase the draft? That increases the range back up to what I wanted it to be. Yeah, that's good. I don't know. Let's go back. Back to 5% draft. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I like that. 113% engine efficiency. We got some smoke interference, but that's to be expected. That will change as we get better engine techs. 4% flash fire, also to be expected using heavy cordite shells. 4% is that's a doable risk. I'm actually just going to leave the rest of it. We might go with increased torps. Yeah. We're just going to leave it. Hopefully that way for refits we'll have that little bit of extra displacement. Spacious quarters. No. You will die. Unlimited power. No. 6 inches on the conning tower. Can we do 3 on the superstructure? Yeah, we can get away 3 on the superstructure. That's going to be a heck of a lot of armor on that superstructure. Keep my crew safe. Good. San Giorgio. Light cruiser. I don't think we're going to use any of the other light cruiser hulls. They're just not any good. Armored cruisers, they're about to be replaced with actual proper modern cruisers, which are just better in every single way. Battle cruiser, Marchesa, I guess is how you pronounce that. Let's see, 14-inch, 13-inch, 12-inch. They're all Mark IIIs up to 14-inch. So we're going to use 14-inch duals. Now, let me do with this. Let's try something a little bit silly. "14-inch duals. What do you think of that? No. What do you think of this? Yeah. Oh, that's there I go again, trying to put a side gun on a centerline barbette. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that forward firepower right there. And the thing that I like about this style of design, if you can get it to work, it will rotate properly. Nope. I have to put it the other way around. There is some limited across the center line firing. So, let's say the gun on the starboard side, it can train to port at least a little bit, and vice versa. Nope, center line again. So that'll actually allow us to get, even if we're not heading straight at the enemy, we can say they're off at like a viscerally angle. Like that. See? You get both forward wing turrets plus the center line turret firing. And if we do it right, we can get the rear turrets firing too. Wait, those are triples. Let's get duals. There we go. Yeah, I like that. What if we do it on the rear too? What if we do it on the rear too? Or the other way around. We do the rear. Battle hexagon! Not quite. Because it's backward. Well, not quite backward, but does she super fire? That super fires. It just looks weird because it clips out through the top of that turret. Oh, but those don't rotate properly. Okay. That makes sense. So instead then, we're going to do... We're going to change the tower. Put this on here. And then drop these fellas right there. So hopefully with this guy and a decently small rear tower. Yeah, there we go. Now, what are you guys saying, Dan? That's a lot of firepower for a battlecruiser. And it is. But here's the thing, see, these ships, they're only here to tide us over till we get some actually good hulls. Once we get some good hulls where we can actually make some conventional designs that are going to work really, really well, that's probably what we're going to do. But for now, while we've got these weird hulls, we might as well. I mean, go for it. Have some fun. Live a little, right? Barbette, anti-torque. What kind of speed do we want to aim for? Again, 30 knots. Stick a funnel in here. We want this funnel. Nope, too small. How about this funnel? Yeah, not big enough. This funnel, just barely. I'm amazed that this fits there. It shouldn't. It should not fit there. But it does anyway. And we make it work. We make it work. Between those going on, we've got your enhance, electrohydro. Again, same thing we've been doing. Cordite, TNT. Let's see the penetration on these guys. Because these are 14-inch... Wow, 14-inch 58s. No, thank you. We're going to shrink those way down. 50 caliber. Should be more than sufficient. Under a minute reload. Yeah, I like this. It's good. It's good. With the base fuse HE, we can pen 5 inches at 10,000 meters belt. 2.4 inches of deck at 10,000 meters. I think that's good. Let's keep with the base fuse. For the armor piercing, 31 inches, excuse me, at 10,000 meters. Yeah, that's good. Because for the kind of armor that we're talking, most battleships for this area, if they're armed with 14-inch guns, they're going to have roughly 14 to 16 inches of armor, give or take. So, for example, this would be a very conventional style of armor layout that a ship like this would expect to come up against. 14 on the main, 16 on the deck. Oh boy, definitely up armor those turrets. Make them 16. 8 inches on top. Yeah, there we go. Now, with side turrets, do we really need... Yes, we do. Who am I kidding? Of course we do. Spin you round. Spin my turret right around. To put my gun barrels on top. Get used to it. There's gonna be singing in my channel. I can't guarantee it's gonna be any good. But it's gonna be singing. Actually, yeah, if that's the only barbette we can get on the sides, I don't think we need one that big. We might just go for these. Small barbettes. Yeah, we could do that. And then, ooh, they have a spare barbette mounting spot behind it. Okay. The other one does not have that. So for a ship like this, however, we could go 3-inch. Oh, we're going 3-inch. It's the Mark IV. We're going 3-inch. This one, however, we are absolutely 100% without question making them 3.5s. Just for the simple matter that having that much, it's a really good layout. I like the stacked pyramid. You get 9 barrels per side facing each direction. Or no, excuse me, because if we're looking due from the rear or straight from ahead, that's a I like this. You get 6 or 18 3.5-inch guns. They're already 30s, so can we get them up to 35? No, probably not. Not at this year. Later on, maybe. Later on. 5 on the inner belt. 3 behind that. Let's go 4. 3.5 and 2. We have a lot of spare displacement. Can we shrink? No, hull gets smaller right there. Let's try 41,000. 41,200. Bulkheads, range. Drop the range back down. We can get some better engines in here and hopefully raise that speed a little bit. 30 knots is good for now, but later on, when we have battleships going 30 knots, we're going to want something that's a little bit better, something that's a little bit stronger, something a little bit faster. This will make a good refit ship, I think. Should do, at least. Oh, there's got the rangefinder, RDF, hydrophones. Yeah, we can drop the range back down a little bit. Increased range, 17,000 kilometers. Doable for a med power. 4-weight offset. That's the tricky part with designs like this. Balancing them. It's all about balance. If I move this is just going to go crazy. So I'm going to remove these turrets first. I'm going to have to remove these turrets too. These. And then it might let me move this. There we go. Let's see. All barbette. All barbette. Oh no. there was some way to... Then again, everybody does. Everybody wishes there's a way to drag and drop. Select the whole thing. Your angle. I think the middle one's the one that... Yeah. Put it on a little middle mounting point. Oh, crap. That screws that up. So instead, I'm going to do... Also going to put a barbette here. I think. Yeah. Yeah, we can put a barbette there. And that'll let that shoot up and over. Add more weight on the aft. Scoot this back just a wee bit. There we go. 4 weight offset 3.5. 4 weight offset 3.2. And what the heck? We're going to have some fun. This is going to be so... Oh, no. I can't do that. That's not going to work if I do that. Let me put him... Nope. That's probably too big. How about a little square one? Does that affect... It does. Why does you affect... Why do you... Come on. Put it forward a little bit. There we go. That works. And then it lets me put an extra 3-inch back here that can superfire over these guys, hopefully. Yep, there we go. And that in turn also helps with the 4 weight offset. What do you think? Weird, unconventional, but should work pretty well. All right, save design. Oh, I didn't even look at the name. Marchesa. Oh, I did look at the name, but oh well. We'll keep it. And then Dreadnought. Hull form. I'm just gonna go with this one. Less stability, better hull form. Because oh no, that one's better optimized for top speed. So we are gonna go 24.5 knots. Max or many bulkheads. Let's see what we've got here. Nope. Don't want the electrohydro. Balanced. Weight. A lot more weight, less money. Honestly, since we are the Italians, money's going to be an issue. Money is going to be a big issue. So what we're going to do is this. We are going to go 1, 2, 3. 4 weight offset. How? The engine is here. How is that a 4 weight offset? That doesn't make any sense. Drop the size. Oh. That's a frustration right there. 14-inch 50s. 3. Now for the secondary guns, we're gonna go 6. Oh, are we? About 5s. Can we fit 5s anywhere else? 4s. 3s. Yeah. We fit a couple 3-inch here. A few single 3s. And then I'm guessing what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put some 6-inch secondaries here. Just if for no other reason than to help balance out that weight offset. Let's get this sorted. Since this is the battleship, we want something a bit more bulky, punchy, resilient. Get knocked down, you get back up again. 18 on the turret face, 18 on the barbette. Let's go 9 on top. 5-inch. Did I grab 5? What was I just saying about streamer brain? Or recording brain? Okay, I promise. Not going to happen. Dan, you are not going to make fun of any more mistakes made on camera. Not happening. You know this is hard to get right. That's a decent number. It's a lot of 6-inch. How's this gonna... That should work, yeah. For the 6-inch, let's go 5 and 5. Only 3.5. 3.5 on top, 3.5 on the barbette. 5-inch turret face armor. Yeah. Bottom. Barbette. Citadel. Anti-flood. Reinforced bulkheads. What did we determine for the battle cruiser? TNT. Fordite 2. Enhanced. Electrohydro. What did we do with the battle cruiser? Did we go light shells? We just went standard. Okay. Standard it is. Yeah, standard. And we might want a little bit of extra punch. So for these, let's go something like APBC, armor piercing ballistic cap. That way, what we've got is what's wrong there? Those pen tables look weird. We might want to go Cat Ballistic 2. Yeah, let's go Cat Ballistic 2. That way, 10,000 meters, we've got 34 inches of effective belt penetration. Smoke interference, we're good. Flash fire. Whoa! Flash fire's way up. Might have to go 2 powder. Yeah, definitely going 2 powder. Just to drop that flash fire chance. We do not want one of these things going up. That is the last thing that we need. Let's say 5% beam. And the reason I'm doing that, I'm not just increasing the beam for no reason. You see that little triangle here at the back of the superstructure? Right, like dotted line cuts right here. Widening the beam also widens this little cutout part here. And that means I can scoot this further back. Which means I can scoot this further back. Which means we no longer have a crazy 4-weight offset. Engine efficiency is crazy. No, whoa. 26 knots. 26 knots. Let's drop the funnel to a smaller one. Might even be able to get away with something like... There we go, yeah. Yeah. Although, do I want to? Give us a little bit of extra weight. We're going to need the extra weight is the question. Yes, we're going to need the extra weight. Oh, boy. Maybe 8 inches on the deck is a little bit heavy. Let's go for a 6-6-6 layout. Main deck, 4.5 belt. I know. I promise I am a good Christian. I'm not just going the 6-6-6 for kicks and giggles. 3.5 on the inner belt. That lets us go 3-inch. We might be able to get those up to... Yeah, we can get 3.5s. And since they are, in fact, casements, let's increase the length of those. Casements, we can do that. For the 666s, we want to get it closer to... There we go, 40. So what's the pen on these guys? Yeah, plenty. That's good. Excellent. And that looks good to me. We do 26.5. 7. 26.8. Yeah. What do we do? 26.9. There we go. And it's going to round it up to 27. So yeah, that'll do. Then the Venice. Good name. Good name for our primary class of Dreadnought battleship. Save design, exit constructor, and let's get to work building these ships, shall we? Well, I mean, we've already built them. Now we've got to build them. Build them. Put them out into the world. Take the raw components, break them down, make them into something useful. Start with the Venice. First off, hold on. Let's see. What are our rivals looking at in terms of warships? Austria-Hungary, 1 battleship, 5 battle cruisers, 2 heavies, 6 lights, 4 destroyers. Wow, Spain. 3 battleships, 2 battle cruisers. China has 9 battleships. Japan has 5, US has 2. France has 3 and 2, and a whole mess of heavy and light cruisers. We're not going to compete with them for cruisers, or destroyers for that matter. Royal Navy, 5 battleships, 3 battle cruisers. So in that case, I think what we're going to do, how many can we fit total? Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of money. So what we're going to do, 4 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, 6 light cruisers, 12 destroyers. And we're going to split these up, so 2 battle cruisers in West Italy. Where's North? La Spezia. And then 2 in... Put these in Naples. Battle cruisers can go in Toronto. Got 6 of these guys, so 2 of those can go with each. Spezia, Naples, and Toronto. And then for these guys, 4 in each. Spezia, Naples, and Toronto. There we go. Let's look at the money here. Oh boy. A little bit over our shipbuilding capacity, but that will be fine as soon as we start the game. So, like we're good. Naval funds. We've got a lot of naval funds. Do I want to hang on to it is the question. Do I want to build more, or do I want to wait? Venice class. That hull is going to tap out at 27 knots. Anything more than that, doesn't matter how good the engines are, it's just not going to work. So I think we're good. I think we're going to hold off till we get our modern battleship 2. We're going to wait on our heavy cruisers. Battle cruiser, she's good. She's going to be our refit ship. And then the destroyers, I think those are pretty good. Yeah, let's start the campaign. And hit next turn. Everybody laying down a bunch of new ships. Morocco. One of our military ships collided with the destroyer in China. Uh-oh. Wow, we have a ton of unrest. So, yeah, Chinese incompetence. And of course, since it's the first day of the campaign, first month of the campaign, all the canals open up. Hey, we got an alliance with the Ottomans. Yes, yes, please. I will take an alliance with the Ottomans. If you want to join us, if you want to join us and make an alliance, so that way we have kind of a bulwark at this end of the Mediterranean, I'll take that. Monthly balance minus 3 million. We can fix that. Da-da-da. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Put you in limited. Let's see. Some rather annoying ship flaws here. Marcos Grande. Hull defects. hull defects. Unless there's nothing affecting your... There we go. Yeah, gun accuracy. Reload time, gun aiming speed, turret traverse. Oh boy. I may need to... No. Stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. We make it work. Alright, and I think that's gonna be... our fleet for now. Let's see what we can do with this. Ottomans want to order a Venice-class battleship. Sure. When we provoke China, they provoke us. Yes, it's their fault, and now they have provoked me. We might end up in a war with China at some point. With that, I'm going to bring you guys back once we have something that gets a little bit more, well, shall we say, interesting. We get new oil boilers, modern cruisers. I'm going to hold off. We're not going to build the cruisers yet. I will bring you back probably in a few months once we get the rest of those techs that we've been waiting for. And I will see you then. And welcome back. It is now September of 1920. Just a couple months passed by. Research, we've got everything we were looking for. I'm going to put a tech back on big guns. And with that, I think we're good to call it here. I just I checked my timer, and we've been going for quite some time, so I think I'm going to wrap this one up here, and we will start with the next video with designing all these ships, because, man, we've got a whole bunch more hulls to build with. Let me give you a sneak preview. Not only did we get the modern Battleship 2, which we can't even fit in the shipyard, it's just too big. We also have heavy and light cruisers, modern cruisers. Oh boy, this makes all the difference in the world. It really does. And a modern standard destroyer. So, with that, I do want to thank you all for watching. I have been TelemonianDan. This has been Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. The first video in a new series. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a long one. We're going to have a lot of fun on this campaign. Please leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video and you think it deserved a like rating. I'd appreciate it if you leave one of those too. But until next time, I will see you around. Have fun.